Hello. Hello, everybody. I got it pulled up on my phone, so I'm just waiting for it to show that I'm live. Hello, everybody. Come on in. There we go. Hello. How's everybody doing tonight? Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got a few things to talk about. We got a few things. As you guys come in, join the chat. Make sure you hit that like button if you don't mind. Okay. If you don't mind, hit that like button. Hey, y'all. So, before we get started, let me go ahead and read my disclaimer. Okay, let me do that. Go ahead and get that out the way as people join and come in and do what y'all do. Don't want to turn that screen on. Not really. I have to real quick. So, the topic of tonight is child abuse is happening in real time. Child abuse is literally happening in real time. And my question is the focus really the children or is it content creation? I think that a lot of people may have some things misconstrued when it comes to me and the things that I do and my passion and drive behind the content that I make and the content that I choose to respond to or choose to react to or choose to speak about or choose not to speak about. Okay, so, you know, obviously, we as content creators would like to get some type of compensation for the work, heavy on the actual work that you do. Hey, Miss Sexy Ray, welcome to the chat. Shout out to everybody that's going to catch this replay as well. Appreciate you all so much. Let me go ahead and get my disclaimer out the way. Like I said earlier, just trying to get it pulled up. And yeah, I'm just realizing, well, I ain't just realizing this, but it's a fact that people have a problem with people who speak their truth. People have a problem with that. It's like, and I'm used to it because that's just who I am. We're not going to always agree. You're not going to always like me. And that is okay. You know, when you have a passion for the things that you post, the content that you share, the lifestyle that you live, um, and you're confident and secure with who you are, being liked is the least of your worries. Being liked should be the least of your worries and concerns. When you're an adult and you stand 10 toes down about your core values and your beliefs. Thank you, Miss Sexy Ray. I see you dropping the links in the chat. I appreciate you. So a quick disclaimer, which I feel like a lot of this, my disclaimer go over a lot of people's heads when it comes to me. I don't have anything to prove, but I will tell you this. I will either inspire you, I will either ignite something inside of you, or I will either trigger you because that's what the truth does. The truth triggers motherfuckers. I know this. Okay. Either way, Watch at your own risk, because I'm going to speak my truth regardless of who likes it or not. Like I said, we're adults. This is not high school. These are children that we are supposed to be representing or supporting, or, spreading awareness of. All the cat shit, all the going back and forth. I don't do none of that. I don't do that. This is not about personal feelings, or I don't like them, or they don't like me, or, this is not about that. If it's really about the children, it's about the children. It's about accountability, and it's about keeping it real. Okay? So the insights shared in this video are my spiritual observations, personal interpretations, and intuitive downloads intended to expand consciousness and support inner awakening. This content is not intended to replace professional advice or dictate personal beliefs. All information shared is offered with respect to your free will, discernment, or soul path. Take what resonates. Release what does not serve you. It's not personal. Nothing is ever personal. Our egos make things personal. And that is what is happening here. Okay? Truth is often felt, it's not forced. This content is protected under Copyright Fair Use Act for purposes of commentary, criticism, education, and transformative use. It's SD, the spiritual detective, Lady Isis, if you fancy, and now officially known as the mother of the conscious cult. It's been word on these YouTube streets that I have a cult going on. I happily embrace that. Happily. Okay. So with that being said, it's like either you're going to choose to be a follower, or you're going to choose to be a leader and own your shit. Stand in your truths. Stand in your core values. Okay. Stand in it. Because the fact of the matter is, children are being abused in real time today. For me, this is not about content. It's always been deeper for that. It's always been deeper for me. I didn't just start talking about children and women and advocating for children and women when the Zayas case came about. I didn't just start there. I was connected to her and her case, and the tragedy that took place, because I know that there are preventative actions that can take place to prevent children from being harmed. Okay. As a child who suffered abuse in many ways, I'm familiar with child abuse or experiencing it. So, as many of us are. So, the question that I ask is the focus really the children, or is it content creation and money? There's been a lot of mentioning of me. And like I said, that's fine. I don't watch other people, because unless I'm streaming and I listen to it right then and there with my subscribers, because the going back and forth is not something that I'm going to do, because my focus is truly the children. Women are dying at an all-time high. Children are being abused and unalived at an all-time high. Human trafficking is going on in real time. I received a phone call the other day of a lady who is experiencing her child being touched by another child who was several years older than her child. and she was distraught, upset, didn't really know what to do, how to handle that situation. You know, the abuse didn't take place just recently. It was a few years ago, but she's just finding out about it. And this is a woman who she's expressed that she takes very seriously to her children's safety and whereabouts, where they go, who she allow in the house, who she allow around her kids in general. We conversed. I gave her my honest opinion on what I think she should do. Obviously, I believe that she should take some legal action and see what her options are to get justice for her child. But this is what it's about. It's about us creating me. I'm not going to say us, okay? Because it's not a us thing. This is my channel, okay? This is where I express myself and I share what my beliefs are. I'm not here to convince anybody to believe anything that I believe. I'm here to give my honest and truthful 100% opinion. Okay? So my goal has always been to create a safe space for women to be able to be who they are authentically, truthfully, honestly, and to provide resources for them in situations like that lady who called me the other day, and we spoke about her child being abused by another child. So it's important that we pay attention to who our children are around when it comes to even other children, because you never know what other children are exposed to. But I wonder, what is the problem? What is the problem? If the children is the focus, if I believe that an interview is irrelevant, or in the new term, trash, or it's not beneficial to what the goal is. We didn't get any real answers about about anything to do with Naziah. So what is the problem? What is the problem? Everybody's not going to agree that everybody's content is top tier. Go lay right there and get on your blanket. No. Everybody is not going to agree on everything. But does that mean I should be constantly being mentioned? I'm not going to go back and forth about my opinion of what I believe is relevant or not. Naziah's family failed her. That's the fact of the matter. And that has been said out of their mouths. They failed her. They feel like they failed her. You get up on a platform and you don't even give real answers, and you're more concerned about your relationship than your niece. And y'all mad that I said that it was trash? Did we listen to the same fucking interview? I really need to know. Like, nobody's commenting, nobody's saying anything, but I really need to know. For the ones that catch this replay, because y'all love to play in my comments. Y'all love to play in my comments. So the ones that catch this replay, you let me know. Okay? Because that wasn't the focus. It's still not the focus. The focus is where is Naziah? Who knows where Naziah is? That's the focus. Were there preventative actions that could have took place to prevent Nasiah from missing and possibly being unalive. That is the focus. How you feel about how I look, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. How you feel about how I dress, what I wear on my face, I don't give a fuck. When I hit this end button, all that shit stops here. I don't care. It doesn't affect me at all. How you feel about what I think doesn't matter. See, y'all get things misconstrued when it comes to me and these different narratives that y'all trying to spin and play, and whatever reason that you want people to not like SD, whatever reason you personally have with me, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. I don't take that to bed with me at all. I don't take none of that to bed with me. My focus is the children. My focus has always been the children. Hey, Kuana. The focus should remain the children. And creating safe spaces for women to feel free to be exactly who they are authentically. And for me to encourage you and support that woman, and knowing that what you are experiencing, what you have experienced, if you're dealing with a narcissistic man, if you're dealing with narcissistic family members, okay, because I like to deal with the family dynamics as well, the toxic family dynamics at that. It's so much more than what the narratives are being spent around me. And I don't have time, energy, or space to try to clear up anything when it comes to me. Believe what you want to believe, or you can come and sit down and really tune into my commentary and see and catch a vibe, and then you make your own decision about who I am. Otherwise, if you haven't done that, if you haven't did your due diligence to sit back and continue to watch from the bushes, which a lot of y'all like to do. Y'all like to watch from the bushes. Don't say nothing. Don't comment. Wait till y'all see a negative comment and then comment on that comment, because now you feel confident enough to say some negative shit. That's going to get deleted anyway, because I don't even keep it in my comment section. Delete. I don't have to read that. A lot of y'all be spending so much time writing these long ass comments that I don't even keep. I delete them immediately. Just wanted to put that out there. But if you ain't stayed around long enough to see who I am, listen to me speak, then you don't get to judge me and then expect for me to give a fuck, because I don't. I don't. A lot of people are jealous. I feel a hate. I feel it. I feel it. And that's not to say that I'm just all this and all that. No, it ain't that. I feel the hate, I feel the jealousy, and I feel the envy. You know what I do? Remove. I don't deal with jealous bitches. I don't deal with envious hoes. I don't deal with bitches that I feel like I gotta minimize who I am just to make you comfortable. No, go over there with them pick Misha people and do you over there, where y'all can kind of, compromise for each other's insecurities over there. But what is we really talking about? Because this is not high school. I've been out of high school a long time now. I don't have the control to control other women and tell them who they can and cannot talk to either. I will never tell another woman, oh, you can't deal with that content creator over there because they did blase split. And nobody did shit. I don't have beef with nobody. I don't have beef with anybody. I love those who love on me. And those who don't, I don't pay them no, never mind. You're not a factor in my mind. It's so many things that we as people, as adults, could be worried about every day on a day-to-day basis than to be worried about spreading hate, worried about, and don't confuse truth with hate. But we could be worried about other things other than spreading hate, being all got your panties all in a bunch, all tight, all in your egos and all that shit. We got other things that we could be focused on, like these missing children that are coming up missing every fucking day. That is my goal. That is my focus. I have tunnel vision when it comes to this shit. You want to go around and spread lies and rumors about SD and think that it's affecting me? Go ahead. Do what you got to do. Whatever makes you sleep better at night and make you feel better about yourself, go ahead. Just know I'm going to show up as me every time. And that's nothing that you, whoever got a problem with it, can do about it. I encourage women to be exactly who you are. I accept you. This is why I tell y'all, my light don't gotta dim your light. And trust me, I express my light to the fullest. I take up all the space I need to take up. Because in my life, there have been too many times where I had to suppress who I am, had to dumb down who I am just to make other people feel comfortable in their insecurities. I refuse to do it any longer, and I will never turn back. So if it offend you, pardon me, but get the fuck out of my way. Okay? And I love women who are attracted to me, who are in their fullness, taking up space in their femininity, doing their motherfucking thing, and ain't got to talk about the next chick to feel better about who you are, because you're happy. You're genuinely happy being who you are. Those are the women that are attracted to me. So I know I'm not for everybody. I know everybody's not going to like me. I know everybody's not going to fuck with the fact that I speak my mind, I speak my truth respectfully. But people take truth speakers as being disrespectful. Oh, because I'm stating the obvious, I'm being disrespectful. Deal with it. Go cry to your mammy, because I don't care. She said, let's hit that like button. Thank you, Kuan. Look, I'm just running my mouth. I'm just running my mouth. You say your day was okay. Somebody asked, how was your day? Okay, yes. Yes, y'all. I just feel like I needed to get on here because, this whole stealing of the content. Ain't nobody stealing no content. Everybody has played some of my content as well, okay? Mine's too. Other people content and they content and they content and they content, and keep it going. Everybody have done that, but don't ever get it twisted. I don't need to have nobody's content to run my mouth and speak my truth. It started for me on TikTok. A lot of y'all don't even know I'm on TikTok. So don't ever think that I got to steal anybody's anything to make my commentary, because I'll find something to talk about. It's a lot of things we could talk about. You say, yeah, you see a lot of people. Yeah, I've seen people use my content all on Instagram and everywhere, and I ain't even on Instagram. Well, I am on Instagram, but I don't be on Instagram like that. My main platforms is YouTube and TikTok. You say they just want to make a problem about everything. Damn, move around. Like, that's all I'm saying. Move around. Like Kuwanda said. Go ahead on. Ma'am, sir. Nobody forced you to click on my videos. Nobody forced you to hit the subscribe button. Nobody forced your ass to comment. And depending on what that comment say, it's going to get deleted. And depending on if I want you to stay around, you might get hidden from my YouTube channel. I'm not pressed for that. This ain't about that for me. I like to connect with real people where we can have real conversations. And I'm not the blind leading the blind. No, I encourage y'all to speak your truths. Speak your truths. Let's have a real conversation. Say it must be the bomb because they show you. Look, it's so many things that I could talk about, Miss Sexy Ray. So many things you say to them. Yeah, it's like, Let's talk about how you can be a better person. Talk about accountability. Let's talk about the things that we can do to actually save the children. Of course, you want to be, like I said in the beginning, you want to be confiscated for the content that you post. But am I going to abuse and cross over into the lines of exploitation when I speak about these children? I try to be very strategic, very careful, because these children, these are sensitive topics. These are sensitive topics. I don't need to get on here every day using these children name, trying to get on, trying to attract this and attract that. That's not the point. So when you speak about clout, keep my name out your motherfucking mouth, because I am not, this ain't that. This ain't that. Like I said, going over to TikTok and figure out who the hell you talking to and who you talking about. I don't have to mention these children to go viral or to get a coin. No, I do this from the heart because this is a passion of mine. I love children. I love children. And I respect women who can own their shit and take accountability. The only reason that I reacted to Marquita's interview was because I was already online for 3 hours. Wanted, some of y'all mentioned that y'all wanted me to react, and I did it. Like, it is what it is, and so what? And when it comes to these kids, I try to keep up with everything that is being out there so I can decipher what's real, what's fake, who might be lying, who's telling the truth. And for the most part, I've been right on point. For the most part, this is why motherfuckers be mad at the fact that, I do say what I say and I do what I do, how I do what I do. Everybody that got my name in their mouth have watched me enough to study me, to figure out some things about me, how I talk, how I look, how I dress, what I say. What, you stick around long enough to study a motherfucker, that's because you really probably want to be them. I'm just saying. Like it or not, that's what it is. I don't watch people that long. I don't. Like, I see you when I see you. If I don't see you, I'm not checking for you. I don't check for people I don't like. That's what's weird to me. They must have been the mean girls in high school. The niggas that they probably get no play, no nothing. Like, what is this? Again, is it for content or is it really for justice for these children? There's a focus really the safety for these children. Because it's giving real high school. It's giving real. What is your point? Q says, seeing your attitude about it makes you feel better. See, that's the thing. I don't really address bullshit, but I'm just going with the flow right now. And I haven't watched a lot of content. I've heard, people may send me a message, hey, this and that going on. Is what's going on with this? And, they said this, and how do you feel about this? And blah, blah, blah. And I tell them I appreciate a person that can ask me a question and be like, what's going on, girl? And I'll tell them, say stay strong, continue. Yes, the only person I can be is me, Q. I can't be nothing else. People ain't satisfied until you hate yourself. Because think about it. Why would a person want to slander you? Why would a person want to character assassinate you? Okay, mind you, none of these people I never met in my real life. Okay, let's make that very clear. None of these people I never met in my real life, never kikied on the phone with, except for the Zaya family member who I don't talk to on the phone anymore. So other than that, nobody really knows shit about me other than what somebody done told them or what they think they done seen, read, spread. I don't give a damn because I know who I am, right? regardless of what anybody say, what anything if they read on paper, what rumors are spread, it don't matter. I know who I am. I know who I am. And can't nobody change that. But why would a person want to do things like, spread rumors, give, make false statements about a person, talk about a person looks? That's a person who's envious of you. That's a person who wants the worst for you. Ask yourself, why would a person talk negative about another person that they never spoke on them? Never mentioned their name in a negative way. Never. Never met this person in real time, in real life. What will be their motivation behind the things that they do and say? It ain't because they love you and admire you. They admire you to a toxic amount, to where it's obsession at that point. It's obsession at that point. So, again, if it's a person that I don't like, I'm not going to bring them up. I'm not going to look for them. I'm not going to reach out to them. I'm not going to do nothing but ignore them like I never met them a day in my life. You know? So, now will be the time to pull up. Now will be the time to pull up. If there's anything, this will be your time that any content creator has anything to say to me. Now will be your time. You can come up. I'll post my link. This is the only time I'm going to give this. Other than that, I'm gonna continue to mind my business. I'm gonna continue to mind my business. So y'all like to do a lot of sharing. Y'all like to do a lot of spreading misinformation. Share this. Go ahead and share it. Okay? Because I ain't finna do it. I'm not. This will be the time. Right now. Go ahead. Because I don't need to beat around the bush. We ain't got to go back and forth in content. You ain't got to keep making lives about me. You ain't got to keep making content about me. You ain't got to keep mentioning my name. Why do you keep mentioning my name? If I am all of these negative things that you say that I am, why do you keep mentioning my name? So if the problem is me, come up on my panel and we can talk about it like adults. Other than that, I will never bring this shit up again. Hey, Tay. Thank you, Karis. Hey, Karis. Yeah, that's why, Q, that's why I haven't addressed it thus far. Justice for Naziah. Okay? Justice for Naziah. It seemed like ever since I decided that I've always spoken my truth. I've always spoken my truth, and I'm going to continue to speak my truth. And I will trigger you. I will piss you off or inspire you, whichever way you decide to perceive me as. That's up to you. Justice for me means truth. That means we got to be honest about what took place with these children. If these are children and there are adults supervising or have guardianship over these children, you mean to tell me don't nobody know what happened to these children? Where the fuck was your antlers when these children was going through where they was going through, doing what they were doing, talking to who they were talking to, being exposed to who they were being exposed to? That's the shit that I need to know. All about how you feel about me, how you think I look, none of that fucking matters. Nothing that matters, because I'm gonna show up and look like me every single time, and you gonna show up and look like your goofy ass every single time too. So what is the point? I have no reason to talk about how you look. I can give a damn how the fuck you look. All you motherfuckers look like clowns to me. I see the same motherfucker every time I see you. Clown. All of you. All of you. The fuck? And Sexy Ray say hit that like button. Right, trying to do shit, trying to spread all these fucking what? Cause you mad that people watch me? You mad because in spite of all of the hate that you spread, in spite of all the lies that you spread, in spite of all the rumors that you spread, there are still people that support me? You mad? Those who I show up for, the ones who show up for me are the ones who I show up for. And I'ma still show up if nobody chooses to show up. I'ma still show up. So again, now will be the time. Now will be the time to come on here, get it off your chest, say it with your chest, get it all out, baby. Because look, we grown. Q says, I've been seeing a lot of these videos referring to you, and I'm like, damn, leave her alone. At this point, it's like they're bullying you, and I don't like it. So seeing you not giving a damn makes you feel good. Yeah. Imagine them making videos about me and I never watched them. Imagine that. Imagine that. I hear it through y'all. I hear from the grapevine, But imagine that. Why would I feed into negativity that is meant to tear me down, meant to make me feel powerless, meant to make me question myself and my confidence? I'm beyond that. Maybe a few years ago, that probably would have, I probably like, let me see what they got to say about me. Let me see. I don't care. Ooh, surprise. I don't care. And I live in my truth. I've healed myself and I fully accept who I am. When I go to bed at night, I smile. When I look in the mirror, I smile. I talk to myself. I blow myself kisses. I love me. So nothing that a person does will make me feel any less than I feel about myself already, which is very high. And I mean that humbly, because I've gone through a lot of trials and tribulations. I've gone through a lot of struggles and still is. I'm not exempt. I live a real life just like y'all. But we have to be mindful of who we choose to allow in our energy, who we choose to indulge in, what content we choose to indulge in and subscribe to, and who we allow to take up space in our energy. I'm very mindful of that. Very mindful of that. I'm very mindful of my energy and my energy being balanced. If I feel like you're a toxic person and you're weighing on my mental health, I'm going to step back like I did before, like I did and will continue to do. Okay? My mental health is more important than anything. How can I show up? How can you show up as who you need to show up if your mental health is all discombobulated? You worried about what people saying about you. You worried about what they doing over there. You just worried all over the place, stressed out, having anxiety, dealing with this, that, and the third. Why? Because of your mental state and you being all discombobulated and you worried about what people say. All of that affects you if you allow it to. I choose not to allow people, places, and things that don't serve me to enter into my mind. I don't allow it to. That's not to say that I don't get affected by some things. That's not to say that I don't appreciate people choosing to misunderstand me and create chaos and confusion because I speak my truth. That's not to say that it feels good when people, oh, no, it ain't to say that because I'm still human at the end of the day. But do I choose to let it affect me? No, I don't. That's when you learn the art of alchemy, when you can take what a person says negative about you and turn it for your good. Turn it for your good. Oh, you think I'm ugly? Okay, let me show up and be more pretty. Let me put more, what you're really saying is I need to put more effort into how I look. Okay, cool. I could do that. I'm just saying, ain't nobody make me feel no kind of way about how I look. It is what it is. This is what I was given. Thank you. I'm okay with it. Okay with it. Okay with it. Let me look at these comments. Kara say, you say, oh, wait a minute. To say they also need to stop bringing you up. It's childish. Look, if you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Like, I literally got to keep you. If you ain't got people talking about you negatively or positively, but them haters, they gonna keep you relevant. Them haters gonna keep you relevant. I promise you. Because if it were me and I'm watching somebody else's content and they're bringing up another person that they're never met in their lives, and they're bringing them up and they're making negative comments about them, my question will be, well, what did they do to you? Is it something that they said? Is it something that they did to you personally? Besides them making comments in my comment section and me catching a few of their lies and them being in my bushes on my life, that's the only interaction I ever had with any of these content creators. I don't know them personal. And besides a few emails, when we were going back and forth, this particular content creator said some things, I said some things, and that was that. And I can stand on everything that I said in that email because I still feel that way. I still feel like Nazia's family ain't shit. That's something that's not going to change. We have a whole child that's missing. I can't be biased on who I support and who I don't support when it is not in alignment with justice for Nazia. I can't be biased about who I support and who I don't. It's about truth, it's about justice, and it's about that for me. That's it. Said, who said something about your looks at the end of the fucking day? It's about Nazia. I've heard that. I've heard that one of the Oompa Loompa looking ones had something to say about how I look. Did I hear it come out of their mouth? No. Do I care? Hell no. Don't nobody take care of me but me. Okay. Don't nobody take care of me but me. You say that's so childish. It is. You say Kara use curse words. Okay, spell the curse words backwards. She say they ain't gonna come on here, but we'll talk about tomorrow for 4 hours. Come on now. I'm giving them the opportunity because I don't run. I don't hide. I don't have shit to hide from nobody. I don't run from nobody either. I'm not scared of nobody either. Okay. So this will be the time. Y'all like to do that click, click, clackety, clackety with your thumbs in my comment section and clack, clack, clackety. Go ahead and clack this shit over there to them, your favorite content creators, and have them come on in. Join the chat. Let me post the link. Let me post the link. No, it's only a few of us in here, because they didn't have people reporting my shit, being haters and doing what haters do. So I don't know. It's like, do they? I question if they are upset at another content creator flourishing. I see it and I noticed that they real clicky. Like you got this clique of content creators that supports this clique and this clique and that clique. I noticed that. I don't necessarily have a clique. I just deal with my subscribers. I just deal with the people that come to my channel and we talk in the comments, we laugh it up. You know what I'm saying? Some of y'all inbox me on TikTok, y'all send me messages in the email. You know, though that be my concern. You know what I mean? Like we have real conversations. So instead of making 4-hour lives back to back and things like that, join. Let's really give them a show. Let's really give the people a show. Come on. You say Penny say she dealt with that, ended up with panic attacks. And see, when you're a person that understands energy and how energy works, all is energy, you have to learn to see this like that. Either you're vibing high or you're vibing low. When you're interacting with a person, whether it's directly or indirectly, they are going to affect your energetic field only if you allow it. That's not to say that you're not going to feel it emotionally, but you can choose on what emotion you want to entertain and manifest and express from. So if you're dealing with somebody who's sending you negative energy, negative this and that, and you this, and don't deal with her. She like this, and you got people ganging up, because when they cause all this chaos on YouTube, okay, because TikTok a whole nother thing. YouTube's something different. When they cause all this chaos on YouTube, their people comes to my page and then harass me there, right? That's what they do. So that's how I know their intentions are just that. They want to cause me mental distress. That's why I use my block button, and that's why I use that delete button. That's why I use that block button on my phone, right? That's why we have to utilize these things to keep that boundary up and that protection and to protect your energy, because you don't want to allow other people and outsiders who don't even know you just projecting their bullshit onto you. Projecting, okay? Especially being a being of light and high vibrations, alchemist, okay? A witch or whatever they want to call it, a cult. Okay, the only cult that I'm a part of is the conscious cult. That's it. That's the only cult. So if you're conscious and you're self-aware and you've taken full responsibility for your life, this will be the channel for you. Where we hold each other accountable, because I support spiritual evolvement and spiritual growth. And I give you the science behind this malevolent force that is behind these so-called content creators, that is behind these people at the workplace, that is operating through your family dynamic, that is operating through your significant other, that is operating all over the place at a rapid rate, seeking whom it can devour and tear down and destroy. That is what we're dealing with. So it doesn't make it because I'm a content creator, it doesn't make me invisible. It makes me more visible and then more subject to the attacks, because people see me and they see how I flourish. They see how people take a liking to me. They see how I still have support even when they wish me well, even when they create this chaos on the internet and speak these things about me and have people attacking me in my comments, have people unsubscribing to the channel, have people, doing things that could potentially affect my income or things like that. This is the intent. You get what I'm saying? So It doesn't make me less visible being on the internet. I still have to deal with this same force that I would deal with at my family, or I would have to deal with at the workplace. People be mad just for you showing up being who you are. People be mad for you just showing up smiling and they miserable on the inside. People be mad that you happy. You don't have to never say nothing to them, not one word, and they will be mad at you for being happy. Now tell me, what are we supposed to do in a world where you are targeted just for being a happy, high vibrational, secure, and confident person? What are you supposed to do? Dumb down yourself? Become insecure to fit the spaces of these other people? What are you supposed to do? No, you're supposed to show up and be exactly who you are, whether they like it or not. They're gonna talk about you regardless, no matter what you do. So you might as well do you. Okay? You might as well do you, boo-boo. Because they're gonna talk about you no matter what you do. Hey, Purity. And I look at it like this. If people leave the channel, you just making space for the people that deserve to be here. You're just making space for the people who want to be here. The people who want to operate from a sovereign space. The people who know who they are. The people who want to be more conscious and more self-aware. The people who want to be held accountable. The people who want better for their lives and want to still have a good time and catch a vibe. Because it ain't got to always be serious. We can chill, we can kick it, we can do all of the things. But being something that I'm not is out of the question. I'm going to always show up and be me. And I promise y'all, I love y'all for supporting me. I see the ones who constantly come in my chat and support. I see the ones who's left. I see the ones who stay. I see it. This ain't the first time this happened where people decide, oh, I'm done with SD. I'm done with SD. Y'all was right. Y'all was right. Y'all just a bunch of followers and sheep. Go over there where you can be led. I like leaders. I like people that can critically think. I like people that are not emotionally driven, that don't know how to think rationally and logically. I don't like people that's easily persuaded to feel like, oh, I got to choose. As a grown ass adult at your big age, you feel like you have to choose between other grown adults. Oh no, I'm on their side. I'm on team this. I'm on team. What are we in high school? What is this? What is this? Most of us have children. Some of them is senior citizen. A lot of them is older than me, way older than me. What are we doing? Makes no sense. Kuwana says, Isis, keep sitting on your throne looking beautiful, baby girl. These people ain't gonna do nothing but hate, and that's fine. Let them do what they gonna do, okay? Thank you, though. Pure T say, I just went through this in somebody else's chat. I give my opinion about Cassie, and they reply was, you must be Vic Shaman, and my comment is irrelevant. People is crazy. People are crazy. Makes no sense. She said, I was like, how you gonna tell me I can't have my own opinion? We got freedom of speech, but I can't have the freedom of my own. Right, right. That's exactly it, Purity. Like, what? Everybody not gonna like your content. Everybody not gonna like what you say. Everybody ain't gonna like your comments. Everybody ain't gonna like your take, and that is okay. When people share my content, people may, when the interview that I did, several content creators did a reaction to that. Do you think I watched? I didn't watch not one. Not one. I didn't care what they thought. Go off, sis. I ain't gotta watch you. I did the interview because I wanted to do the interview and because they were willing to do it. It wasn't because nothing else. Nothing. And to get some answers. Shit, I still feel like I ain't get enough answers now. But the point was, at the end of the day, people gonna always have their opinions, and what they say about opinions, they like assholes. Everybody got one. So fucking what? Move around. It don't stop shit. It don't stop you from shitting. Don't stop you from eating. It don't stop you from doing a fuck thing. Nothing. So again, tell me why people are steady mentioning my name when I don't mention none of y'all. I don't mention none of y'all ever. Unless I'm streaming some of y'all's content or something like that, and I'm streaming it. And I'll say, hey, this is such and such. Go on over there and support them and do what you do. Other than that, I have no reason to bring up any other content creators. It don't serve me whatsoever. I got to where I am with the subscribers that I have, the following that I have, the people that I meet, the people I connect with, because I get up and I show up. That's just it. That's not bragging. That's not me saying that I'm any better than anybody else. It's just me simply getting up, getting on the screen, and talking to people, communicating with people without intentions to be malice and malicious to them. That's the difference. But again, this was the space and this was the opportunity for anybody that got a problem with SD to come on up. Join the chat. No, I don't even want you to join the chat. The link is posted in the chat. You could join the live stream. And then we could have a conversation, because the devil likes to move in chaos and confusion. God is not the author of confusion. So to get to the bottom of confusion, we must do what? We must effectively communicate. We must seek out the opportunity to communicate with the adversary or the person who has the issue. So if you got the issue, now would be the time. I don't want to see nobody in my comments. I might even turn the comments off after this live. I don't want to see you in my comments. I don't want to see nobody else no content creators being mentioned in my comments. I don't want to hear it because now is that opportunity in that space. Period. Say Isis equal queen, person, turquoise, waving, speech. I refrain from saying the word queen, y'all, now because of the etymology of queen. I prefer goddess. Okay. Y'all are goddesses. Rightfully so. It is your birthright to be a goddess, a sovereign being, a person that's fully capable of thinking and caring for yourself. It's your birthright to be abundant. I'm not going to let nobody take my abundance. Abundance don't have nothing to do with money. Abundance is rich in spirit. When you're a rich in spirit type of person, not easily swayed, not easily moved, you make yourself, you a target right then and there, because a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people don't have that confidence within themselves. A lot of people are struggling mentally, spiritually, just struggling. And I know a lot of things that I talk about, it will trigger people. I say this all the time. But in due time, a lot of the things that I speak about will be the very message that people want to come back to and listen and gain a new perspective on. Because nothing that I tell y'all is to be malicious to you, is to hinder your growth, is never to cause chaos in your life. And ultimately, and in fact, it's to free you. It's to give you a sense of freedom, a sense of clarity, a sense of confidence to know that what you experienced, it happened, it was real, your feelings are valid. to allow you the space to vent, to express how you feel, all of that. But thank you for that, Miss Linda. Thank you, Miss Linda. That man, it seems like I know who you talking about. It's so many of them. I ain't gonna put a name on them. It was so many, whatever. Take it how it resonate. Didn't I say that in the beginning? That ain't for y'all. That's for whoever catch this replay who love to watch in the bushes. Okay. Take it how it resonate. If it fit, then it's for you. I'm not saying no names. I ain't doing none of that. Y'all know what y'all been doing. Y'all know the chaos y'all been keeping up. Y'all know exactly who you are. I don't have to say your name. She says a pure T1, them the content creators you don't fuck with. And look, and you don't have to. Do what you do. You say, because if they're speaking their opinion, why can't you speak yours? Why can't I speak mine? Is it because how I speak mine? Or is it because how I look when I speak mine? Or is it because it's truth behind when I speak my truth? Guess we'll never know because they won't join the chat. You say it's only fine when you are saying what they are saying. Exactly. I've never been a follower. Never been one to go with the okie doke. Never been one to not go against the grain if I didn't feel the need to. Never been the one to not question things. Never. Never been the one to have a bunch of friends either. Why? Because people don't like realness. People like to live in delusions. People like to live in fantasy and la la land. So they don't like people like me. People who rather live in delusions. They don't like people like you. If you are a person that resonate with me, I'm already knowing this. So it ain't even that, it's simply because I'm not agreeing with what they're saying. I don't have to agree with what you're saying. I don't have to like what you're saying. I don't have to believe what you said was a lie or the truth. It's whatever I feel like resonate with me. And I'm going to stand on it. Kimani Latigue's family could have did better. Naziah Harris family could have did better. And every London Thomas family could have did better. People don't like to deal with the coulda, woulda, shouldas, but it's the exact coulda, woulda, shouldas that would have prevented these children from winding up in a predicament in situations that they were in. It's the coulda, woulda, shouldas. It's the preventions that could have been taken to save and ensure the safety of these children. That is the point. I'm not going to change that for nobody, whether you like it or not. I don't care. Penny says she absorbed everyone's energy and opinions. I really had to learn my own aura to grow confident. Exactly. When you are an empath, and then somebody blow the horn. When you are an empath, this is exactly what I know I need to be talking about. This is somebody needs to hear what it is that I'm saying. Somebody's going to take what I'm saying and it's going to help them. Everybody not going to take it the same way. Everybody not on the same frequency. Everybody don't perceive things the same. Some people vision, the third eye is so calcified that they will never understand nothing that I say, first of all. And then Penny is mentioning about basically being an empath, a wounded empath, and not knowing how to process other people's emotions from your own. That's a skill that you have to learn. There are many trials and tribulations that you have to go through to learn about your own aura as an empath. That's a whole journey in itself. This is why I say we show up as empaths, unapologetic, in our fullness, taking up all the space that we need to, speaking our whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help them, God, right? Because they can't handle the truth. You can't handle the truth. And that's the problem. I know the difference from my energy and somebody else's energy, and somebody projecting their energy onto me to confuse my mind, to cause mental distress, to cause my third eye to be all discombobulated, my crown chakra. I study this stuff. I go through these things. I know the tactics. So I don't just speak just to be speaking or just speak about, no, just to make content. No, these are things that I deal with in real time. These are things that I want to help other people with in real time. This is why I am a transformational trauma coach or guide. This is why, because I know the importance of having trauma that's unhealed as a wounded empath and how it can be detrimental to your spiritual growth, your mental health, your physical health, because it will affect you physically, causing you diseases in the body. This is why I do what I do and speak about what I speak about. And I use the opportunity because we all manipulate in situations, whether you know it or not. Either you're manipulating the situation to help somebody or to exploit them. I use the opportunity to speak about these children in other cases, women and all, to enlighten people and to bring and to spread spiritual awareness and expand consciousness and to bring the awareness to the whereabouts of these children. You think it's a coincidence that these children winding up missing and the family just oblivious, like they don't know what the fuck going on? You think that's a coinky dinky? That's a coinky dinky, huh? No, it's not. Nothing is a coinky dink. Everybody think about something before they do it. Somebody's seen something. Somebody's seen something. Somebody know more than what they're saying. This is why they create distractions. This is why they go from panel to panel to panel talking about shit that don't mean shit. But other than them trying to protect their shallow and fragile egos, that's all it's about. Their egos. Now I can really give you a sermon about an ego. But I feel like I've been talking about that this whole live. I see the comments, y'all. I'm going to get to the comments. The families, I'm talking about multiple children, are more concerned about their images and protecting their images and how people perceive them, that they are willing to go all over the internet pleading, not necessarily even pleading their case. They're trying to protect their image while throwing other people under the bus. You can't stop people from having opinions about public cases. You can't stop people from speaking their truth. Everybody don't have to consult with the family to say, is it okay if I speak about this? No, I felt like this. You said that. You stand on that, and I'm going to stand on my take and my opinion about what you said. And that's just that. But again, this is entertainment for a lot of these so-called content creators. Okay, come on over here. Yeah, you could come over here and throw them under the bus. I don't like them anyway. I want to stunt their growth anyway. I don't like how much people like them anyway. I see what they be doing. I see this and that and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, come on over here and tell me all about it. Tell all my subscribers all about it so they can go over there and harass them. They can go over there and character assassinate them. They can create smear campaigns against them. They can do this and that against them. Think about this, y'all. This happened to real chosen ones, the empaths, in real time, not just with me as a content creator. This has happened in my real life with people I see in real life. Family, same thing, the same tactics, just a different host. Same tactics, same mind. Tell y'all about that hive mind, same intentions. It's to dim the light of the chosen ones. It is to cause chaos and confusion on the chosen ones, because the energy that they be operating from, they be wanting people to second guess who they are. So they then won't show up to be who they are. They want you to have a distorted sense of who you know you are so that you won't be able to show up in your fullness, and they can energy siphon you. They can destiny swap with you, and then they can have you create a self-fulfilling prophecy of self-destruction. That's all it is. And you will notice this as a content creator, even when you mind your business, even when you don't mention other content creators, they still will make you a target. Why? Because this is an energetic war. This is all about energy. They want to siphon your energy because they lack the connection to source. They're not connected. They're not tapped in. They report to demons, and those demons you got to pay up. You got to pay the motherfucking piper. Who energy you gonna siphon now? They in this constant state of giving just to receive the little recognition that they think they have. I hope somebody picking up what I'm putting down, because these same people, it's an energy, it's a force. They operate like this all over the place in real time. All over the place. Pure T says speak. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You say that's so real. It's so true. It's so true, y'all. I promise y'all. I tell y'all what I know to be an actual factual. I tell y'all what I know. I tell you a joke, but I will never tell you a lie. Here, go get the blanket right there. You want to lay here? Linda says, keep your authenticity. That's what I encourage everybody to do. You'll be much happier in life. Purity, I don't know what you was laughing at, but yeah. I'm just seeing that in the comment. Say victim shaming. A lot of that be going on, but I never claimed to be a victim. There was a time where I had a victim mentality, and why me, woe is me. I ain't even in that mind state no more. I'm a victor. I am more than a conqueror. This too shall pass. Okay, I choose to see my life from an optimistic point of view. And secure, and knowing that I'm divinely guided and protected at all times. Everything is working for our good. And that's just that. She says, great minds do think alike, and them birds of a feather need to fly away. And look, they be flocking together, don't they? They be flocking. Protect Your Peace says, hey, everyone. Hey, Protect Your Peace. She says she her sister's keeper. I love that name. Let us say 1,000% facts. Say, don't forget to ask. Look, CPS too. Trust me, they ain't never off the hook. CPS, these so-called police departments, they ain't off no hook either. They supposed to be, but even then, so y'all, knowing how these systems operate and knowing that these systems were not created to care and love our children. It is solely the family's responsibility to ensure the safety and protection of the child. The systems, that's a secondary thing. That's secondary. When we really do the etymology of police and law enforcement, they're not really for us. When we go to court and they talking about we the people, they ain't talking about us. They talking about them. These systems were created to uphold this patriarchal, malevolent, wicked, narcissistic system. This system was not created to protect and serve the people and protect our children by any means necessary. It's about money. It's about hierarchy, and it's about power and control. That is what these systems are about. It's not in alignment with natural law and order, because if it was in alignment with natural law and order, our children will indeed be safe. Our women will indeed be provided for and protected. Our Black women indeed will be not being unalive every 4 hours at a rapid rate that they're at right now. The divine feminine will be protected. That's energetically and physically. These are not systems created to protect us. They're here to protect them and their hierarchy. That's it. So this is why I hold the family at an all-time high level of accountability. You have to be mindful. You have to be mindful and conscious and aware and present when raising children. I'm learning this as a mother. You have to be conscious, aware, and willing to sacrifice certain things to ensure the safety of your child, the safety of the children that you are adopting, have adopted, care for, or whatever. You have to be willing to sacrifice some things that may make them vulnerable to abuse, trauma, being attacked, unalive, or whatever the case may be. You have to be mindful and conscious and aware of that. I'm not going to sugarcoat that because I live this life. I have to make sacrifices for myself and my kids too. I have to figure out ways that I'm going to make ends meet too, just like everybody else. But there are certain things that I do not allow. Certain people I do not allow around my kids, especially knowing if I feel like the energy is off. That's what I'm saying. Like everybody's, oh, I protected the kids. I did what I was supposed to do for the kids. Did you really? Did you really? When asked the question, what did you do to ensure the safety of the children? And all you can say is, oh, I depended on CPS. Okay, well, we know that CPS ain't shit and they do not protect our children. So what else could have been taken care of? What else could have been done? CPS is not the system that you want to depend on to protect anybody's children. None. Hey, desperate sacrifices. Yeah, right. Yeah. Desperate sacrifices. Seems like it's been a minute since I seen you in the chat. Hey, girl. Wow, sad chosen. Yep. Chosen one light can't be dim. We can't. We're just going to transmute it and alchemize it and then shine even brighter. So every attempt that you take to try to tear me down or my collective, we're only going to alchemize that and become better and become brighter. You say you just said a mouthful. Look, I'm telling y'all, in Kuwana, I don't even know when you posted this comment and what I was saying when you posted this comment. So it's like I don't even know what I be saying, but I just be led by spirit. Whatever it is that I feel like I need to say at that moment, I say that. So I hope that it's received and it's helpful to you. She says mind, body, and soul. Yeah. You say my favorite quote that has always gotten me through. Oh, this too shall pass. Yeah, this too shall pass. It gets me through. The 4-letter saying, the 4-word saying, this too shall pass, because a lot of times we get caught up in the heaviness of the experience in that moment, that it causes us stress, it causes us depression. It just really robs us of the present moment. So yeah, to stay optimistic in a very trying time, this too shall pass, saved me many a days. He say CPS came about to aid lazy parents. Desperate. That make a whole lot of sense to me. Knee Deep said, hey, SD Mindset Chat, how you doing, girl? She said the parents in these cases don't understand that, or CPS wouldn't have been involved if involved in the life already. Because there are it's almost, to me, CPS is like a last resort. And if that's the last resort, and I'm talking about hmm, I just don't trust CPS. Me personally, I don't. And I've seen how CPS will, you know, leave certain kids in horrible situations and then take the ones who are not in worse situations and leave the other kids who are. It's like they have this backwards understanding of when the child is really in need and when they're not. I don't know. It's very weird. Jessica, you see it, Jessica? Let me see. Oh yeah, Jessica. She's the one that said this too shall pass. So yeah, right. Never trust CPS. And it's almost like you can't even trust the doctors either. Because if you go in there telling them you think you having, certain thoughts about, being dealing with struggles and dealing with postpartum depression, you thinking they're gonna help you, they're gonna report your ass right to CPS. And then what CPS gonna do? You gonna find yourself in this warped, never ending, chaotic mess trying to get out of it just because you was just telling the doctor how you felt and you needed some mental help, and they went and told CPS. You can't trust the doctors either. Never said you was going to harm your child. But it's just the fact that you mentioned that you are mentally unstable, and they take that as, okay, this is a perfect candidate for me to call CPS about and have them get wrapped all up in their mess and take their child. Now you got to fight to get your child back. Some cases. You just can't know. You got to be mindful of what you tell the doctors these days. Can't even tell them you need mental help. I realized that one day I'm at the doctor filling out this form, and I'm like, they asking certain questions in a way that it was worded. I'm like, I just got a bad feeling about it. I'm like, nah. And I really was dealing with some mental illness at the time, like just, feeling really depressed and things like that. But you got to tread real lightly when you expressing to them that you dealing with anything mental related. They'll report you so quick. You say the parents can't be trusted either. You understand what I'm saying? You don't trust CPS, but the parents can't be trusted either. Yeah. Hey, facts, gotta be careful what we say. Mm-hmm. Gotta be careful. Hey, Lala. She say super facts. So that's pretty much it, y'all. I didn't even plan on being on live that long. I just wanted to come kick it with y'all, catch up with y'all, and just have a quick chit chat that I feel like was needed. Um, those who continue to ride for me, support me, I appreciate you so much. Words can't even describe that. The ones who stick around even after what I call the apocalypse, when people just ghost, just go, just go based off of what other people say and just totally choose to disconnect from me. That's fine. My energy. Hey, you don't want to take my energy and take what I'm saying and take heed and apply it to your life, and that's fine too. Leave it for somebody else who can find it useful, right? And I just wanted to reassure y'all that the focus is still the children. We must protect the children. Okay, we must do all that we can, exhaust all options when we are protecting our children. Take matters very seriously. Act immediately. Don't wait. Don't wait. You see something, you say something. I feel like I am coming down with a cold, so I'm going to go ahead and make me some tea and wind it on down. I'll probably be back tomorrow. I plan to go live this weekend. So I may be back. Today is Friday, right? Or Saturday now. Yeah, Saturday. So tonight, I'll probably be back tonight. We could chop it up. Have a great weekend. Hey, beautiful. Say yes when you tell them you depressed, honey. Be careful with that. For real. For real. You better go somewhere else and tell them that they try to take your baby. You ain't taking my baby. Nope. I'll call a therapist. Make sure y'all go see a therapist, okay? Please. If you need to, make sure they into psychotherapy. Find you a psychotherapy, okay? Mental health is wealth. That's very important. Take care of your mental health. You show up for yourself with a healthy mental health, you can show up even better for your children. Very mindful, very demure. Okay? Very unapologetic. And very unfuckwittable. And yes, they gonna be mad, but you gonna be on cloud 9, literally. Good night, Kuwana. Colette, hey, hun. Say this generation of parents ain't trustworthy. Yeah. Too often we let other people influence our thoughts. Stop doing that, guys. This is what Lala the Great said. She said, get what's for you and keep going. Yes. Listen with discernment. Listen without ego. Listen to truly understand. How do you understand what a person is saying? Pay attention to the energy behind what they're saying. Do it make you feel empowered or do it make you feel powerless? That's a quick way for me to determine the energy behind what a person is saying, even if they're saying something good. Pay attention. Use your discernment. Don't be a follower. Don't be a sheep. Be a goat. Okay? And if you're going to be a sheep, be a black one. Go against the grain sometime. Think outside the box. Lead a flock. Okay? What the flock? Where did I even get that from? She say it's 11:30 in the Shy. Shout out to the Shy. Shout out to Texas. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. I got a movie I'm finna play. Nobody joined the chat. I gave them the opportunity to join the chat. Nobody did. So all is well. All is peaceful with me. You continue to speak your truth, and I'll definitely continue to speak mine. When you speak about me, put some respect on it. That's it. Put some respect on my name. Other than that, all is well. I don't give a damn. Peace, y'all. Linda says, cherish every second, minute, hour, day of your life. Tomorrow is never promised. Live every day to the fullest. Choose to be happy. The power of choice. Choose to be optimistic. Choose to think that things are happening for you and not against you. And this too shall pass. Whatever you're dealing with, I promise you, it will pass. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. When you choose not to live in the present moment, you allow yourself to be robbed of the gift of the present. So it is a gift to be present and to feel and to experience in that moment. So we want to cherish that. So thank you, Linda. Y'all have a great and awesome night. Stay blissful, stay dangerous, and stay truthful. Be you by any means necessary. And keep it cute. In the comments, especially. And shout out to everybody that catch this replay. I appreciate y'all so much. Ashe. I'll see you later.